Welcome back. Today we're going to be making a in the hoop project known as a zipper pull, a key fob, or a keychain. I'm going to walk you through every single step. If we haven't met before, my name's Mary from Sewing for Madison. My passion is crafting and showing others how easy and fun it can be. Let's get started. The supplies that you're going to need for this project are a 4x4 hoop. I've pre-hooped my hoop with a medium weight cutaway stabilizer. Today we are going to be using a faux leather product, and this is called Lychee. It's about 0.6 millimeters, and so it's a little bit on the thinner side, makes it great to embroider on. The needle size that I'm using today is your standard 1175 needle, and I'm using 40 weight embroidery thread. So I've preloaded my design into my Brother PE-770, and my additional tools that I'm going to be needing obviously is my thread, my scissors, and then after our design is done, I'm going to show you how to put it all together. Let's get started. The first step that you want to do is tape down your leather to the top of your hoop. You want to make sure that piece does not move around at all. I advise against using the temporary basting sprays because those can gum up your needle and cause problems with your design. Simple tape will do the trick. The first step in our design is the outline of the item. The second step is going to be the outline of the applique area that is on the design. I'm using a scrap piece of brown felt. There's no need to tape or spray this down. You just stick it underneath your needle there. This next step involves trimming the excess felt off. You want to make sure that your trimming is close to the stitches without cutting into the stitches at all. I'm going to finish out the design colors on the top. Okay, my string just broke.
Oh, snap.
We're working on leather. The needle going in and out can create a lot of friction. Just checking out my bobbin to make sure that no thread is sticking out. I'm going to re-thread my string, and then I'm going to back my stitches up a couple stitch to make sure that everything is covered. So all done, stitched out perfectly, even though we had that little thread breakage. I'm going to trim the top strings here, and we're ready to put the bottom piece of our faux leather on. No need to trim the strings because you're just going to cover over top of them. Put my white thread back in. Okay, last stitch goes around the whole design. Okay, our design is now finished. I'm going to remove the hoop and trim around the design. Got a couple strings here to trim. Most of these designs will mark out a hole or a spot for you to put your hole for either your rivets or your snap tabs. So I'm going to be using the snap tabs. Okay. All right, so here are the rest of the tools we will need for this project. We have our snap tool. This here pokes a hole in your project so you can feed the eyelets through. Make sure when you're doing this you don't poke through to your finger. I like to start with the top hole and the male back. Once you get those in place, you're going to slide it in and just give it a nice, easy close. Same thing on the bottom. And okay, now that's all done. I've got my ring here, pop that in, pinch it closed, and here is our completed project. So this little guy is a pizza, and we use this on our pretend pizza playset as the zipper pull. You can use it as a keychain, as a key fob, as a zipper pull, whatever you feel like using. I hope that you enjoyed the tutorial today and that you learned something new. If you have any questions about using faux leather products with your embroidery machine, please send us a message. We're happy to answer those. You can find this particular faux leather in our shop, as well as the pretend pizza set. Happy crafting!